Maria Fanelli here. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today I have Wendy Merron. Wendy Merron is a board certified hypnotherapist. She also does hypnotherapy training at the Center of Success. She is an EFT practitioner and trainer, which is Emotional Freedom Technique. And she's also the author of Powerful Thinking on Purpose. And this is just such a great book. I really think this book is fantastic. So we're here today to talk to Wendy about her book. So Wendy, Powerful Thinking on Purpose. I mean, that's a pretty strong title. I love the title of it. And I'm just wondering if you could tell our viewers, what exactly is powerful thinking?
That's a good question. Originally, the book was going to be called Positive Thinking, and my husband Michael said, it's way more than positive thinking. And you probably use positive thinking, and when positive thinking doesn't work, when affirmations don't work, the next step up is powerful thinking.
Oh.
And that's what the book is about.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a lot of people can use that in today's world. It seems to me, I don't know about you, but there's a lot of stress going on in our world right now. I know a lot of my clients, people I talk to, are very stressed out, and it seems almost unending. So people have, financial worries, job worries. They're taking care of kids, parents, pets, as you know. And then they have typical stressors throughout the day. They're trying to get to work, and then they're stuck in traffic, or they can't find their sock. All different types of things happen. And what I notice with people is I'm asking people, well, how are you doing today? And they're going over and over in their head about all the negative things that have happened to them that day or are happening in their life. And so I'm just wondering if this, more negative, I guess you could say, or fear-based or worry-based, anxiety-based thinking has an impact on someone. And why do people tend to always, bring up or think about all the negative things?
I've had that same question. Why do people tend to think negatively a lot? And maybe it's their upbringing. Maybe it's just a habit of thought. And one of my theories, which I think will probably be proven correct in the next 100 years, is that back when we were hunters and gatherers, when we went out to get food, berries and nuts and things like that, we had to be on high alert because any animal can come by, another caveman can come by and steal our food. So we had to be on this high alert kind of stress kind of a thing because life was scary. So now through evolution, we've got food on every block. We don't have to worry about our nuts and berries anymore, do we? But maybe it's our brain or our DNA that automatically, because it's happened so often, just continues to default to that fear-based. Because the truth is that when you think about the things you're afraid of and the things you worry about all the time, I'll bet 99% never come true, do they?
It's true. It's true. And you know what I've started to pay attention to as well is that a lot of times when I'm feeling stressed, or even other people I know are feeling stressed, a lot of these negative thoughts just seem totally crazy, totally distorted or catastrophic or exaggerated. And it does seem as if they're not connected to reality at all, or just almost like made up, make believe.
Right, and we believe them. Sometimes our body believes those thoughts. And so we have that feeling of, even though we're not even in that situation.
And you know what I think is happening too? It's not turning off.
Right.
So we're having this feeling, and you could just check in with yourself right now. How does your body feel? Does it feel really open and relaxed, or is it feeling very constricted? And I know I've heard you mention this before, but sometimes when we have these stressful thoughts or negative type thoughts or worrisome thoughts, that they could also impact our health. Have you found that to be true, or?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, you can get headaches. Our thoughts have power over our physical body. Think of somebody who, for example, is frightened of public speaking. They're thinking about standing in front of a crowd, and their stomach can start to turn. And so how do we change those thoughts? Because these thoughts happen naturally. And so the way that makes the biggest change is that we have to intentionally create new thoughts. And most people don't learn this in school. We just learn we don't learn how to get over our fears, which is a thought. We don't learn how to get over things we worry about that we have no control over. We don't learn this stuff in school. It's not difficult. But when you learn how to intentionally create thoughts that focus on what you want and that bypass the disbelief in our mind, that can happen. And I'm not talking about an affirmation. And affirmations have their place in the world. But affirmations don't always work, do they?
No.
So if you
We
think
don't
about...
believe them. Sometimes.
Right. That's it. That's the key. And so if we're saying an affirmation and we don't believe it, we can't keep on repeating it. We can't lie to ourselves. And so in powerful thinking, you learn a very simple, absolutely elegant technique and a way of bypassing. Here's the limiting belief. We just kind of bypass it. And the more we bypass it, and the more we focus our attention here, our neural pathways get stronger, and we don't pay as much attention to this, and it goes away.
Wow, that is really powerful, actually. So I'm thinking about the person who's afraid of public speaking, and I'm just thinking to myself that you might have this little mantra or affirmation like, I can do it, I'm going to be great out there, I'm going to be able to do it, and meanwhile you're having a little breakdown. And I've seen this when I was watching the Phillies, and we're in the Philadelphia area, talking about baseball. Some of the pitchers, it was so interesting that particularly one pitcher, he would, not pitch well. He'd, throw a pitch and they would hit the ball and then they'd go running. And I could just see him unravel because then I was thinking, he's probably thinking that, oh no, they're going to, make all these home run and keep getting hits on me and almost attracting that in a sense. So can that happen? Like what we're thinking actually derail us or start attracting what it is that we're thinking?
Oh, yeah. I mean, our thoughts actually affect our bodies. Our thoughts affect our physical bodies. And when we're thinking about something we don't want, for example, I don't want to mess up this pitch. I don't want to mess up this pitch. Right. The inner mind, the subconscious mind is going to hear, mess up the pitch, mess up the pitch. And boom, every muscle cell and fiber is going to respond to mess up the pitch. It's when we train our minds and our thoughts to focus on what we want, which is, I like the idea I have a great pitch, compared to what we don't want, I'm afraid I'm going to mess up the pitch. It changes how our body responds.
I could feel that already, just thinking, even saying to myself, and maybe you could try this too, thinking about what I don't want, I'm still feeling that constriction. And then thinking about what I do want, it almost releases in a sense. I almost feel a little sense of excitement, like this is what I want, and then moving toward that. So it's a little bit like the law of attraction. Would you say so or not?
It's how to achieve the law of attraction.
Oh.
So that when we're thinking about what we want, and we have that, like, let's say if I say, I want to have I want to have 30 people in my hypnosis training class. And as I say, here's my affirmation, I have 30 people in my hypnosis training class, and I imagine it, and I feel it, and I see it, and I visualize it, and I'm like doing really great. And I have this little voice back there going, no, you don't. You've never done that.
Yes.
You've only had a maximum of X. You've never had 30 people. That's not possible. So when we have that limiting belief, we have to go in a different direction. And that's what I like the idea, that concept, where we can say something to ourselves that is believable.
Okay.
And that quiets that little voice, because that little voice is going to rear its ugly head. And you've probably heard that little voice, haven't you? In fact, I used to call it the BS meter, but we're on video. I'm not allowed to do that.
It's true. There's this little voice that's there. Oh no, you're not gonna be able to do it. You're trying to tell yourself and feel it, and then there's just something, reeling you in, pulling you back a little bit. So you're saying we can overcome that, break through it, and achieve it.
Oh yeah.
So reach for our dreams, reach for our goals.
You don't
live
have
the life we want, feel better,
and you don't have to feel stuck where you are, because. Well, I'll just share with you, I used to be majorly stuck, and I've been using this ever since I came up with this idea, and I'm doing things that I never thought I could do. And even finding a great husband and having a great life, adopting a dog that was even better than I expected. I mean, all these little, is that the law of attraction? Yeah.
Well,
It
I've always
is.
thought you had an amazing life, so I thought you were just naturally like that. Little did I know, this is the secret.
No. I was the most miserable person on the planet.
You find
I
it
didn't
hard to
even like to
believe.
be with myself.
Oh, come on.
Oh no, I'm serious. It
Wow.
was really bad. It was really bad. And as a result, I attracted people who were controlling,
Okay.
people who weren't telling the
Oh.
truth. I even attracted the wrong kind of people around me. And I also ended up thinking, I can't have the life I want. And I was so stuck because I believed that was true. And so as I've changed this, I have an office in a 200-year-old stone building.
Beautiful.
We have a home. Our kids are fine. I'm having fun every day. I got married at age 59. And my husband's cute and even younger.
He is. He's a cutie. And you
so-
don't look 59 either.
I'm not. I'm 61.
You don't look 61 at all.
Thanks. The only thing I have not been able to pull off is using this concept. I like the idea that to grow another 4 inches. My limiting belief must be so strong I can't pull that off. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it though.
That is so funny. You bring up so many good points. I think so many people feel stuck and they can't change it, and this is their life, and it's just struggle, and things are getting harder and harder. So you give a good example. You can change your life, and and even live the life you dream of and really want. And so it sounds as if we have some choice in this. That maybe we could.
Yeah.
And how do you do it? Do you notice that you're having these thoughts, and then we could change them and overcome these limiting beliefs?
Well, you said something really good, which is choice. That is the biggest freeing word on the planet. Because when we're stuck, we don't feel like we have a choice, do we? And
Right.
so when you go, even I like the idea that there's a choice, it starts to move you towards where you want to be. And the first part of taking these choices is to be aware of our thoughts. Because first of all, we got to be aware of them before we can intentionally change them. And that's just simply the first step. And it's not hard to do. But know that there are myriad of ways to shift those thoughts around. This is one way that I found is really effective and really easy. And so I use it, teach it to my hypnotherapy students, teach it to every one of my clients. I use it. I even have it on a bracelet to remind
Wow.
me. I like the idea of that. And it allows us, because we do like the idea that these things work. That's a believable thought. And believability is key to this.
Yeah, it feels believable. So I like the idea of that, and then just saying what it is that you want to achieve or move towards.
Yep, you got
could,
it.
Like I'm doing it now, you can just picture your success at it.
You
Or,
can, and you can hold on to
being
that
able
thought.
Okay,
Whereas you can't hold on to, I am.
right.
You
No, you're not.
Right.
It's a little voice back here. No, you're not.
Yeah, like, I am 5'4". No, you're not. I like the idea I'm 5'4". Well, it's a better feeling thought. I don't know if it'll work, but it works with career. And I used to say, well, I attract my perfect partner. And then I go home at the end of the day, I'm going, oh, no, I didn't. I don't think that was meant for me. And so then I like the idea, I attract my perfect partner, and was able to hold on to that feeling, that future visualization, that future feeling. We can hold on to things that we believe in, but if we don't, we can't. They just go.
Wonderful. So this sounds like you can help make your dreams or goals or visions believable and help overcome those subconscious blocks that get in the way, or those little negative voices that keep us feeling doubt or keep us held back or keep bringing up these same old beliefs again and again and again that have fear associated with them a lot and hold us back.
Yeah, and if we call that the law of attraction, that's just fine too, because it changes how we feel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very interesting. You know what I love about your book is that, first of all, it's
It's
pretty-
short.
It is. It's short and it's easy to get through. But what I love about it is that you give some really great exercises for people that they can do immediately. They're easy and simple to do, and you could implement them right away.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it's meant. That's meant to do that, so you can go, let me do this and see what happens, and you'll notice a change pretty much immediately. And it's a short book because I have tons of personal development books.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to only read about a third of them,
Mm-hmm.
and I lose momentum.
Right.
That's why I made it short.
Right. Well, I like the fact that you can use it right away. And it's really easy,
Thanks.
like I said, to get through. I love it. Is there anything else you'd like to share about your book? A lot of people, tons of people have, told Wendy, written in, follow Wendy on her Powerful Thinking on Purpose, and have told her how much it has helped them. And I know it's helped me a lot too. Is there anything else you'd like to share about your book for the viewers?
Well, I actually have the ability to, it's for sale on Amazon at the full price. It's like $16.95. But we have made Powerful Thinking, people who like Powerful Thinking on Purpose, they can purchase the book for $7.95. So it's actually free, and the $7.95 covers the shipping. And so if you want to do that for your people, you can. That's absolutely
that's
fine, and it'll
great.
just get shipped right out directly to them.
That's great. So I could put up that information at the end of the
Yeah.
video, right? Okay, I'll
Yeah.
make sure that I do that. Do you have any other tips you'd like to share with our viewers today?
Just start little and start to be aware of your thoughts, because that's where everything starts, isn't it? So just start little and be gentle yourself, because you're learning every day.
Thank you so much, Wendy. I know
You're
it was
welcome.
so
Thank
great.
you.
I really appreciate you being with us today.
This is fun.
Wonderful.
You can tell me how
wonderful.
awesome I am for a long time. I'm happy.
Awesome. And I hope you feel this brought a lot of value to you too. And if you'd like more videos like this, tips, education on stress management, mindfulness, or mind-body health, please join me at my website, www.MariaFanelli.com, and I'll be sure to put up Wendy's information after this video. Thanks again for tuning in. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.